Good evening. Welcome to the Pasadena Chamber Council meeting, October 17, 2017. We'll start off with an invocation by Tim Miller, and Felipe Villarreal will lead us in the pledges. Please stand.
Will you join me in prayer? Heavenly Father, I would like to thank you on behalf of all who are gathered here today for your many and abundant blessings. Thank you for life, the gift of our health and happiness, and this wonderful country we live in. We pray you forgive us of our many transgressions and continue to bless us with your abundant mercy and grace. Lord, we pray for our mayor and council. We ask that you would guide them and their decisions as they work their way through today's agenda and those in the future. Help them navigate the many and varied and difficult issues of our times. May their decisions be guided by you and the needs of the people. Help them lead our community towards a future blessed with growth, safety, and prosperity. I ask, Lord, that you protect all who work to make Pasadena a safe and great place to live. Keep us safe in our daily endeavors and continue to bless us and our city. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Councilman Villarreal.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I know everybody wants to be out there watching the Astros game, but thank you for being here with us. I'd like to remind everybody Halloween is coming up. We need to take care of our children. Be careful. Careful how we drive out there. Make sure, you know, if we're going to be out there, drive slowly. So make sure our kids are safe and everybody enjoys themselves, including some of us adults. So
That's true.
with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Lehman.
Thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I'd like to recognize some friends that are here tonight, the Martinez family, and Bill Pittman, president of the Mount Vernon Civic Club. With that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Harrison.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to remind everybody that today is National Pharmacy Technician Day. And I sincerely want to thank the kindness and courtesy that the ladies at Kroger's Pharmacy on Red Bluff Road have shown me throughout the years and all over the nationwide. Happy Pharmacy Technician Day, and go Astros.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Caselos.
Thank you, Mary. Thank everyone for coming out this evening. We appreciate and always enjoy seeing all the faces out there. Again, we'll try and make this meeting quick. I know everybody wants to go and watch the Astros. I do want to make an announcement here as far as the Neighborhood Network Group. On November 9th, they're having a meeting 6:30 at the police department here, and it's basically to, if anybody is concerned or wants to start up a neighborhood group, this is the how-to of how to do it. So I just wanted to let everyone know about that. If you can make it, it'd be a great thing, and that way you can get some donations and things for your group, start building up your neighborhood. So with that, I pass it.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Caton.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and being a part of city government tonight. Get out, enjoy this good weather, and go Astros. The score is
0-0 in the top of the sixth. We shared that one. Oh my goodness.
Are you done?
Oh, go ahead, Mr. Bass.
As Mr. Casado said, how to start a neighborhood organization, November the 9th, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. There's your flyer on it. Miss Nifa Herrera's, I think, going to be putting it on, so look forward to that. November the 2nd, we've got the Taste of the Town coming up at the Pasadena Convention Center. That's the first Thursday of November. And we also have Can Do Food Drive, I believe, November the 16th? That's correct. And so everybody get out there and buy some canned goods and bring them over to the Memorial Stadium over on Burke, and that's a great deal. Well, the last thing that I had is I've got a deal that I wanted to give kudos to our mayor. I'm gonna embarrass you here. From the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, they recognized our mayor, Jeff Wagner. Basically, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce recognized Mayor Jeff Wagner for his outstanding leadership and service during Hurricane Harvey. He was one of 6 recipients of the award, which was given to those who went above and beyond during and after the storm. And Dr. Laura G. Murillo, President and CEO of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, quipped that she was saving the best for last when she ended the awards and presented Mr. Mayor Jeff Wagner. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Very nice.
I pass.
Very nice. Thank you for passing. Councilman Shanebine.
Welcome. I'd like to recognize Ms. Pat Riley, former councilwoman, and I'd like to recognize Ms. Pat Van Hout. So we have the Pats in the house tonight. So welcome to both of y'all. Also, I want to make mention that I'll be holding a town hall meeting at Casa Ley on October the 24th in Deer Park on Spencer Street from 6:30 to 8:30 for my neighbors in District H, and I look forward to meeting all of y'all and sharing some concerns and reaching out and being able to help in many ways. So with that, Mayor, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Okay, citizens want to address council. First will be Amber McNeish. Sorry about that.
And Elise Neff is going to come with me.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So I'm Amber McNeish. I am the Coordinated School Health Specialist for Pasadena ISD, and I'm going to stick straight to my script so I stay under my 3 minutes. So this Saturday, Pasadena ISD, along with the Lions Club, will host the 15th annual Walk for Sight event at Veterans Memorial Stadium. The walk helps to raise funds to provide eyeglasses for children in Pasadena schools. This event is the perfect example of how coordinated school health can work in a community to meet the needs of students and families. We thank the city for their support of this event and hope to teach our students the importance of being good citizens and giving back to their community.
This year, in conjunction for the Walk for Sight, we'll be also kicking off the Pasadena Vibrant Community. The Pasadena Vibrant Community is an initiative with the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, made possible by an investment from the collaboration with Shell Oil Company. The mission of the Pasadena Vibrant Community is to mobilize Pasadena to promote health and wellness in our community. Following the Walk for Sight, participants will be invited to booths from the coordinating and collaborating partners of the Pasadena Vibrant Community Initiative. And with that being said, we would like to invite everybody to join us at the Walk for Sight. It is this Saturday at Veterans Memorial Stadium, and we have a very special celebrity starter coming with us. So you come out and see the mayor start our walk for us.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored. Thank you.
Thank you.
And lastly, I wanted to invite any of you to be part of our SHAC. The school district SHAC is the School Health Advisory Council. It ensures that the local community values are reflected in health education and instruction. So basically, the purpose of the SHAC is to give feedback. Tim is one of our members of the SHAC, and so is Raul. He's going to come to my next meeting. All I need is for active, involved community members, and especially parents, to come and give us their opinion. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Patrice Ward.
If you could pass these down. Thank you. I'd like to start by saying that my name is also Pat, and I'm a pharmacist, so retired from MD Anderson. So yes, I work with many wonderful pharmacy technicians, and it is a special day for them. So, and I also join in honoring all the pharmacy technicians. I'm here again. This is the third time I've come to visit discussing the situation at Willow Oaks Circle. We're here to plead with the city of Pasadena for assistance that of escalating importance. 1053 Willow Oaks Circle, Pasadena is listed by the Harris County Appraisal District as being owned by the estate of Betty Sue Bueller. I'm here for the third time to tell you that it is an abandoned property. Betty Sue Bueller died at least 6 years ago. The property has been abandoned since the day it was destroyed by fire on December 15, 2010. It's an attached house. This is a townhome community. There's a hole in the roof. The structure is contaminated with mold, which has penetrated into the house next door at 1055 Willow Oak Circle, as confirmed recently by a mold specialist. During Hurricane Harvey, water entered 1055 under the common wall from the hole in 1053. Sheetrock and insulation has been torn out in 1055, and the health of the residents in 1055 is being seriously affected by the contamination. I could say also, one of the residents in 1055 is a friend of mine who for years has been out every morning walking 2 dogs. Last week he had to, his health has declined since the hurricane. Last week he had to stop walking the dogs, and now he's up to the point where he can barely get up to get himself a cup of coffee. And this, just has really manifested itself since the hurricane, since more water and mold has gotten into their house. This week, Time magazine had a story about mayors in the United States. Pete Buttigieg, second-term mayor of South Bend, Indiana, who assumed office in January 1st, 2012, is profiled in this article. Time magazine states that in South Bend, confronted with the glut of abandoned properties in South Bend, Buttigieg demolished or repaired 1,000 of these homes in 1,000 days. We have come to the City Council 3 times. I've met with Councilman Sammy Casados. I have met with Lloyd Hatley, the manager of the code enforcement.
Ma'am, that is your time. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Jose Martinez.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Councilman. My sister Angelica Martinez came with me too in this moment. I'm just here to recognize the Mayor, Jeff Wagner. For those who don't know, we have a charity organization called Helping Children with a Heart. In the past, when he was just also a councilman, he also supported us in many of our events, and also supporting my sister in a personal event with our family when he came to her quinceañera, her 15. And throughout the summer, we were busy, and unfortunately, Hurricane Harvey came, and we know the city had to pull up ahead, and we are striving forward. But we came here to honor you with this plaque. And I don't know if you would like to pass it to anyone, or if I'm allowed to go up there. All right, you go ahead and take it.
I'll come over there.
And thank you so much, Mayor, for everything you've done with our family, and we hope to continue now with you as the mayor.
Oh, my goodness. Beautiful.
All right. And I'd like to recognize Ichiban. I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of them. They always make these wonderful awards. And also I'd like to recognize our City Council, District B, Bruce Lehman. He's been a great friend of ours, and he's been a great councilman to our district, and he's always helped us in whatever we need. And Bruce, I don't know if you'd like to come over too.
I think you should.
It's a medal that recognizes, it says Bruce Lehman, Pasadena Council Cityman.
And we'll step back for a picture.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Angelica Martinez, and I'm very happy to be here. We've known Mayor Jeff Wagner since he was a councilman, and I've known Bruce since I was in months of living. I'm 15 years old now, and I wanted to come to thank all the councilmen and the mayor. I am former Miss Pasadena Rodeo. I passed on my crown this Saturday. It has been a great reign. The Pasadena Rodeo wasn't as planned because of the Harvey situation. It was a very sad thing that happened here for us, but everything went great, and it was very great seeing the mayor at the president's reception, and I'm very grateful that I have such a great community, and I am so honored that I had the opportunity to represent a community that not only was I born in, but I was raised in and I live in. So it's been a great reign, and I now pass it on to another young lady. So here I am, just appreciating each and every one of you that have supported me throughout everything, and especially the mayor. Thank you for your time.
Let's take a picture.
Okay.
Ricky Brooks.
Mr. Mayor, I have an empty plaque box here for you.
Thank you, Ricky.
I don't have a plaque tonight, but I would like to thank the city council and the mayor for everything you've done to this point. So I have some questions, or a question, and then I have some comments. So it's my understanding that some sort of communication has went to Restaurant Depot. Can you confirm or deny that?
We'll talk after the meeting.
Okay. So in regards to, so we'll talk about that after the meeting. And then in regards to the tax hike that we talked about a couple meetings ago, and I don't know exactly where we're at in the process of that. But I will tell you this. I could support a tax hike if every penny of that money was earmarked for flood prevention in the city of Pasadena. Okay? Every penny of it is earmarked for drainage, detention, everything. I'm all in as a property owner. I just read an article that Houston has experienced its third 500-year flood in 3 years. We can say, everybody can say it's the chicken or the egg, what come first. We can say it's the weather, it's all these abnormalities. At the end of the day, it's what we do in our city and how we maintain our infrastructure that prevents flooding. Okay? And so we got to get serious about that. I had 20 homes, my home included, Preston Trail South, flooded. That has historically never happened. Okay? It never happened. But then we had all this stuff come up around us. All the medical plazas over there, the hospital, academy, burritos, all this stuff. And now we got a 64,000 square foot building that wants to be put in over there by us. Okay? And we already flooded. The ditch filled up, Preston filled up, the pond filled up, everything was full up. So we got to get better at figuring this out, because we can't just chalk it up to, oh, it's just abnormality, it's just Mother Nature. We have a role in that too. So if we're going to do a tax increase, every penny, I propose that every penny of that tax increase go to flood prevention in the city of Pasadena. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Paula Tornado.
All Okay, good evening, everybody. Mayor, council members, it's great to be back up here. So I'm Paula, and I'm working with Airlines Houston, and our main goal is to reduce students' exposure to air pollution. And I wanted to talk about the work that we've been doing with the community ever since Hurricane Harvey. So immediately after Hurricane Harvey, we allocated a lot of our resources to volunteer to the community to help out the Pasadena residents get back on their feet, building houses and stuff like that. So we wanted to let the council know that we care about Pasadena and that we want a better future for the city. I also wanted to talk about our Pasadena Community Project that recently started last week. We started with our Pasadena Community Surveys, which we are starting in North Pasadena. And so these surveys, we're going door to door to ask, to get residents' perceptions on environmental concerns, air quality, the quality of life of their children, transportation, crime, and so on. And so it's really important to us to better understand what kind of challenges is Pasadena facing and North Pasadena is facing. And so we've chosen 4 neighborhoods that are close to 4 schools, and those are Red Bluff Elementary, Ritchie Elementary, Gardens Elementary, and Pasadena High School. And the reason we've chosen these schools is because they have a buffer of 0.5 to 2.5 miles proximity to industries, chemical plants, refineries, heavy truck traffic, and other sources of pollution. And also we've chosen these schools because these ones are the ones that we've been working with the Pasadena Vibrant Communities and the Healthy Living Matters active component of living. And we've been allocating a lot of our efforts towards the bikeability, walkability, and walk to school days, biking to school days. And it's really important to us to really understand how we can actually reduce children's exposure to idling and to pollutants, harmful pollutants. So really these surveys will help us understand that aspect of it. We're also leveraging that opportunity to advocate again for an anti-idling ordinance, because we think it's time for the city of Pasadena to move towards a more sustainable way of living. Even more so now that we're thinking about public transportation coming back, which is great. We support that. And so, yeah, we're here to work with the city, with the mayor, with all of y'all, and we look towards to bring a cleaner future for Pasadena and a healthier air. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, council presentations of minutes, October 3rd. Motion Lehman. Second, was it Shanebine? Any question? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Presentations of our special council meeting, October 10th. Motion Casedos, second Bass. Any question? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, progress payments. Motion Caton. Second Villarreal. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Finance resolutions. Motion Casedos. Second Caton. Any questions?
Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Like the same for anything in regards to Bass County.
Absolutely. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Personnel changes A, B, and C. Motion Lehman. Second Caton. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? City Board and Commission reports. A, Bay Shore Park, partial replat number 4, 3 reserves, 1 block. And also on B, Deepwater Outlets, partial replat number 4, 1 reserve, 1 block.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine. Second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Pass. Madam Secretary.
Ordinance 2017-129, approving information sharing agreement with Texas Workforce Commission to access databases for criminal investigations. Ordinance 2017-130, approving contract with LJA Engineering, Inc. for services related to compliance assistance with the city's Phase 1 MS4 permit, $125,000. Ordinance 2017-131, amending ordinance number 2016-51 to add federal procurement standards to contract with Ashbridge, Inc. for emergency debris removal. Ordinance 2017-132, amending ordinance 2015-77 to add federal procurement standards to contract with Tetra Tech, Inc. for disaster recovery services. Ordinance 2017-133, amending ordinance number 2017-103, agreement with Brooks and Sparks, Inc. for design of Ritchie Street reconstruction project, $650,000. Ordinance 2017-135, an ordinance proposing the adoption of a property tax rate for the 2017 tax year of 0.575388 per $100 value for the city of Pasadena, Harris County, Texas, being the same property tax rate as the 2016 tax year, authorizing the levy, assessment, and collection of ad valorem taxes based upon the established rate, declaring distribution of said tax rate in the general fund and debt service fund of the city, and providing for a severability clause.
We need a motion?
Motion. Discussion.
We'll get that. Second?
Second.
Now questions?
Mayor and City Council, I failed to request 21733 be separated. Can we separate that one? 133.
No, let's keep it the way it is, sir. We could separate the last one, though, since we have a roll call vote on it. Yes.
But who made the motion on the final? I
It
didn't get
was,
the motion.
it was Bass and then Kate.
Okay.
Question, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
You know, you separate the financial resolution with Mr. Brass. Why can't you separate one ordinance?
Because it says yes or no vote, sir. We don't need to discuss that. You could discuss that in there, sir. That's one. But we are going to separate 135 because we need a roll call vote on that.
Mayor?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to amend ordinance 2017-130.
Okay, sir.
Motion. Second.
It needs to read to amend ordinance 2017-130 on the final reading as follows. City of Pasadena, 1149 Ellsworth Drive, Pasadena, Texas, 77506. Attention, Director of Public Works.
Okay, we have a motion to amend it.
Second.
There a second, Harrison? Any question? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passed, and we'll go back to the original motion.
Mayor,
Yes.
ordinance 2017-135, I move that the property tax rate.
Let's hold on that. We're going to do that by itself. Yeah, we'll do it. That one we'll do by itself.
Okay, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Before we vote, may I discuss this 2017-133?
Absolutely. We're open for questions. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So we're not going to separate this, so I just wanted to speak a little bit on this. This is an agreement with Brooks and Sparks for an additional $650,000 on a project for Ritchie Street. Originally, we all voted to do Ritchie Street project with Ritchie Street Road, which needs to be done. I have no qualms with that. We originally said we were going to fund $300,000 to Brooks and Sparks for the engineering and design phase of the project. Upon that completion of the engineering, they were going to send the plans over to Harris County, and Harris County was going to give us a contract to pay for the other half of the project. This is about a $12 million, $13 million project. So, City of Pasadena is doing $6 million, and Harris County's going to do the other $6 million. That being said, we agreed to $300,000, and we wanted a contract in return after they received the plans. What we did receive was a letter of intent, not a contract. And the only reason I can't support this is because we do not have a contract yet. I don't want the city to be held with a bill of an additional $6 million. It's just, in my opinion, it's just the right thing to do. There's no hurry. Brooks and Sparks is going to get the money. Don't know why they have to have this additional $650,000 right now. All we have to do is wait on a contract, and we'll release the rest of the money. So it's a done deal. Ritchie Street's going to get done. It's just a matter of, I don't understand what the hurry is for this money. But that being said, I'll support everything on the final reasons except 2017-133.
Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else have any comments?
Yes, Mayor.
Go ahead, sir. Turn your microphone on, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I voted against this ordinance for other reasons, but similar to what Councilman Casada said, they took the money out of the reserve fund, and I felt like they could have waited. And I've never said I'm against the Ritchie Street project, but I want an interlocking agreement with Harris County. I've seen these handshakes before, and they never develop. You know, that's the old days. You need everything in writing nowadays, and that project may or may not ever come about, but we're getting funding, through second century. And I remember other projects, no interlocking agreement. And Pasadena ended up losing $11 million. I just want to be safe, and those are reasons I'm against it. So therefore, on 217-133, I vote against that one.
Okay, sir.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
we discussed this in our last council meeting, and we also spoke with Robin Green, the Director of Public Works. We all saw the letter from Jack Mormon's office. This is phase 2. It's not another additional $650,000. It's $300,000 more to add with the first $350,000. And that's what's being funded for this project. This is the second phase. And there is an interlocal agreement with Harris County, and that paperwork's being drawn up. And, from my point, I will support this for Ritchie Street.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Mayor?
Yes, sir, go ahead, sir.
Ritchie Street is a project that is long overdue. I am going to support this, and I don't want to see any delays. I think we should get this approved and expedite Ritchie Street as quick as we can to get this project completed.
Thank you, Councilman. Yes, sir.
Obviously, it's in my district as well. This is something that needs to be done. Like I've stated before, I'm going to support this. I don't see any reason why the county, we have a letter, and I think we should go forward with it. And the faster, the better. It's been needed for a long time. I don't see why the need. So let's vote on it.
Thank you, sir. Let's vote. All in favor? Yes, sir, go ahead. Yes, absolutely, yes, you can say something. Thank you.
I believe we need to go forward with this project. I just drove down Ritchie today, and it is in dire need of repair. Pasadena Boulevard's coming, but Ritchie is really in need of repair. It's just part of doing business. Things happen, and I fully have faith in our administration to do the right thing. I have confidence in Mr. Mormon. I think everything is on the up and up, and I believe we're going to have a new street sooner than later. So I will support this.
Thank you, Councilman. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You just no on 133? Councilman Harris, just on 133? Okay.
We'll have discussion on 135.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, absolutely. It passes.
You need to read it again? 135?
You will go do 135 by itself, yes.
Okay. Ordinance 2017-135, an ordinance proposing the adoption of a property tax rate for 2017 tax year of 0.57538 per $100 value for the city of Pasadena, Harris County, Texas, being the same property tax rate as the 2016 tax year, authorizing the levy, assessment, and collection of ad valorem taxes based upon the established rate, declaring distribution of said tax rate in the general fund and debt service fund of the city, and providing for a severability clause.
Motion?
Motion.
Second.
We have a second. Caton? Any
I
questions?
need to move.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I need to move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.575388, which is effectively a 3.26% increase in the tax rate.
Okay, we have a motion. Second. Lehman. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, no, let's do a roll call. Starting with Councilman Villarreal.
Comments first?
Comments?
Comments?
Comments, go ahead. Anyone with comments? Everybody? Go ahead, Mr. Caton.
I'd just like to say, I made a comment a couple of weeks ago that bragging on the property tax. City of Pasadena's got the lowest property tax around. I compared it to Deer Park and LaPorte and League City and some other cities around. In fact, I had the city controller put together some interesting information, because I remember when I was first elected on city council back in 1995, the property tax rate was 64 3/4 okay, per $100 value. Now we're talking about 57, a little over 57, okay, which we've actually, the property tax has gone down. And we're at a saturation point. We're going to try to get by this year with this tax rate, But eventually, the city is going to have to bite the bullet, and we're going to have to gradually increase that again, because some of our services we have to cut back on those a little bit this year, okay, because our budget is going to be touch and go. I also like to mention that somebody in the council meeting a couple of weeks ago mentioned that the reason LaPorte and League City and Deer Park were hiring us is because they had a paid fire department, and that is false. I double-checked that one more time. It called the mayors over there. We still have a volunteer fire department in LaPorte. We still have a volunteer fire department in Deer Park. We still have a fire department in League City. What I passed, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Any
Mayor.
other comments? Yes, sir. Shane Bynum.
It sounds like we're doing a tax increase here, but as we look at this, it's staying the same. It's not increasing at all. Our tax rate is staying the same. So there's no increase and there's no decrease. And yes, we need to be fiscally responsible with our budget. I voted against our budget because I think that we have some excesses in there and we need to look at trimming some of the fat per se. But effectively, we are not increasing taxes on the citizens of Pasadena with this vote. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Councilman. Any other comment?
Yes, Mayor.
Microphone, please.
As I recall, when they had the tax increase, Thomas Scheinbold and I voted against it. And with only 2 council members here originally that voted against it. But comments were made that we compare other cities, but other cities, you don't pick and choose the other cities. Pearland's got a paid fire department and a paid ambulance service. There's other cities got paid fire departments, and that's the list that our city controller sent us. It's a dubious list. It doesn't give the exact detail of who's got a paid fire department or not. I had to look at and research that. But you're talking about the reason the taxes are going down they're bragging about. That's because your appraisal value's gone up. They've almost doubled in 10, 15, 20 years. And they're going to continue going up. So therefore, they ought to start checking when your appraisal on your homes go up. And there's no accountability to the city council, the city governments, to go up on the taxes. Even though your appraisals go up, they get more money to the city, but there's no accountability in that respect. But I appreciate Mr. Scheinbold myself, and there's something that happened in between there. And I think I know what happened, that all of a sudden they changed their mind on the tax increase. And I'm going to do other research on it and find out exactly what happened. But they changed their mind within 30 minutes. And we had an amendment to the tax increase that day in an emergency call meeting. And I appreciate the mayor putting it back on, because the council seemed like they realized that it was the wrong time to have a tax increase right during the hurricane. That I'll pass.
Thank you, Councilman. Roll call vote. Councilman Villarreal. Aye. Lehman.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
Casados.
Yes.
Kate.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Shane Bynum.
Aye.
Passes.
And Mayor,
Yes. 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 Ricky, that means your taxes didn't go up.
first reading?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Ordinance 2017-136, amend ordinance number 2016-123, contract with Solid Construction Solutions, LLC, for reconstruction of a single-family home located 1209 Sunset Drive, Pasadena, Texas, 77506, $1,500.
Motion Casados. Second Lehman. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Pass it.
Ordinance 2017-137, agreement with John Thomas for Tennis Pro concessionaire services at Harry P. Taylor Tennis Center.
So moved.
Motion Bass.
Second.
Second Caton. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes.
Ordinance 2017-138, approving the transfer to $10 Pipeline LLC of a 6-inch dry gas pipeline franchise granted by ordinance 2006-34 to Shell Chemical Company, LP.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine. Second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes.
Ordinance 2017-139, approving the transfer to $10 Pipeline LLC of an 8-inch dry gas pipeline franchise granted by Ordinance 95-135 to Shell Oil Company.
Motion Castelos, second Lehman. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance 2017-140, approving the transfer of a $10 Pipeline LLC of a 12-inch dry gas pipeline franchise granted by Ordinance 2009-127 and amended by Ordinance 2009-188 to Shell Chemical LP.
Motion Bass. Second Caton. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Pass.
Ordinance 2017-141, approving the rates for medical, dental, vision, voluntary life insurance, and accidental death and dismemberment for active employees and flexible spending maximum for plan year 2018 and 2018 pre-65 retiree medical and dental rates of 65 and older retiree medical care supplement rates.
Motion Castelos.
Second.
Second Caton. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
This is the second year of a contract that lasts 3 years. And I want to ensure all of our city employees that we're going to look at ways to reduce costs for medical care. You know, it's a national issue, and it's something that doesn't need to be just voted on and we're done for a year. This is a project that needs to have active participation with our HR director and our finance people to really negotiate hard for rates that are sustainable and meet the living wages that our folks earn so they can have health care. And with that, I'll pass.
Thank you, sir. Any other comments?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I've looked at this long and hard. It's not the first time I've had to look at it, but it seems like it comes up every year. And there's some good points, but the main point, it's still a bad ordinance. They didn't look at PPOs. They didn't look at network. Your retirees under 65 are going to have premiums up to $2,000 with a $12,500 deductible. And the police officers that are retired, they can't afford to retire. And also federal police officers who retire, it's mandatory that they retire at a certain age, in their 50s. It's a stressful job. And the police officers, you know, we praise them, yet they're not able to retire. And a couple of years ago, they split it up, which I think is wrong too. Under 20 years service, lower premium, 20, 25 years, up to 30 years. I think all retirees should get the equal amount of retirement when they retire. And don't split it up like they did 2 years ago. But the overall thing, they didn't do any research. They always talking about the future. And this is a bad plan for city employees. If you're working here now, and also the main thing I'm concerned about is that clinic they got here. They spent over $1 million on the clinic. And to me, that's, you know, they kind of like socialized medicine. And you got a range of department heads here that make $204,000. That's their salary raise. That's more than doctors make here. That's what they really need to look at. But if they'd get rid of that clinic and put that $1 million towards premiums, we might be able to lower insurance for everybody, city employees and retirees. But that's really, it's a poor plan, and I can't support it.
Thank you, sir. Mayor? Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so, yeah, this has been kind of wild. I mean, you look at it, and as a city, as a nation, we're looking at higher insurance rates, and they go up, and it's one of those things to where, as a city, we're trying to find the best way we can. I agree with Shane, but we really need to look at this a lot harder and take more than just a couple of weeks or a couple of months to try and find the best rates that we can. Some of the things I don't like in here are you got 3 options as a city employee to go to your different hospitals, whatever the case is. Some of these hospitals are 10, 15, 20 miles away. You know, it's not like you can go down the street to your primary care physician. The people that are in your plan, you know, those hospitals are quite a ways away. So, you know, those are some of the things that we need to look at to try and make better and make it more convenient for the employee. The city clinic here, I think that is a good thing for the city employees. I mean, that's something that I think makes it easier on them. I spoke to some of the employees here at City Hall. They do use it because their primary care physicians are so far away, depending on what plan you have. So, you know, that's something that we can work on. I think we need to look into this a lot further. But, I mean, I'll support this for the simple fact that, well, we got to have insurance to begin with, okay? And the thing is that we just need to work on this a little bit harder and get it right next time.
Thank you, sir. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
We have one no. Passes. Resolutions?
Resolution 2017-109, authorizing Parks and Recreation Department to seek funding of $1,000 from Target to fund 22 full scholarships for the youth soccer program.
Motion Castelos. Second Villarreal. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 2017-110, approving an amendment to fiscal year 2018 budget for Pasadena Second Century Corporation as approved by its board.
Motion.
Motion Caton.
Second.
Second Castelos. Any questions?
Second, Bass.
Okay, Bass.
Change my name.
Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
This is only an amendment to the Second Century budget. And they apparently been listening to me on some of the things I've been told on
Your mic. Your mic, sir.
on the budget. And they're going to fund the bus service, which I favor. They're going to do away with the infrastructure, which I favor. And then apply $2 million for the infrastructure of the rodeo grounds. They're going to do away with $1 million, something in there to apply for the Ritchie Streets, which I support. I support the way it was funded, but Ritchie Street I do. There's one thing I do not support, but I'm going to vote for it anyway, was Claire. Claire, $75,000 on there, and they were turned down by Second Century before, and they were growing medical marijuana. I'm due for that, but they said they wouldn't do it anymore, so therefore I do appreciate Second Century for coming and meeting me halfway, and I'm going to meet them halfway. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Passes.
Resolution 2017-111, approved contract with Compass Group Canteen Vending Services Division for vending services in various city buildings.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Bass, second by Lehman. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Let's get to the Astros, folks.
What score?
4-1.
It's 4-1, the Astros.
42 now, 4-2.
This meeting's over. Thank you.
Thomas Astros?